were the most decisive factors tonight?
I thought it was difference of the first half and second half. Just our overall energy. I thought we got outworked the bulk of that first half, and the difference in our purpose, a little bit more grit, toughness in that second half changed the game.
Would you have liked to have seen your defenders get up closer to 𝗬𝗓𝗏 on some of his three-point attempts in that first half? And I guess that also goes for some of the other three-point attempts that they made later in the game.
Well, I think some of them later in the game were a bit tougher, but, I think it was just the comfort level that he was playing with in that first half. Even in zone, man, regardless of the coverage, if a guy gets going, you have to, adjust a little bit. You got to get up, higher pickup points. You can't just let him, walk into those threes. He had 5 in that first half, and he was just playing with a lot of comfort. Scored 24, I think, in that first half. I think only 4 in that second, so he did a much better job.
How did you guys go about making those threes tougher in the second half, and then they had 6 in the fourth, so what was going wrong as the game got wound up?
Well, some of it was just, Martin hits the bank three, and, some of those are just going to go in. But I thought in general, we were much more aggressive, defensively, and I think that helped. It allowed us to get stops, which helped facilitate easier offense in transition. Forced them to play man, when you get stops, and I think that helped us. But, they made some shots late, and, I think we got a little fatigued, but I thought it was a hell of a job, down 21, climbing your way back into a ball game.
How do you guys feel like you did at the point guard position generally? Obviously, Deni brought the ball up a lot. Jordan was in there with his first start.
We knew, they were going to play quite a bit of zone. They didn't play as much as they did, last game in D.C., but when that happens, you don't really need a primary facilitator. You can bring the ball up, you can initiate your zone offense, and you kind of flow into it that way.
And I agree with Coach. He said, we're not good enough to do that. And I agree with that. We cannot allow to kind of get down and then play an uphill battle the rest of the game like we did tonight. So easier to say than do it, right? But that's what it is for us now, and I think we learn from this one and on to the next one.
Kristaps, this was, I think, game 6 for the team we're up Brad this year. Does the team play harder when it doesn't have him on the floor?
Do we play harder with Brad's not out there?
When he's unable to play?
I don't think so. Maybe like in the back of our minds, we're like, okay, we're missing the most important guy. Everybody else has to step up. I think we are more aggressive. Like, Kuzma is way more aggressive. Like everybody knows that we have to fill those, that gap. When Brad's not there, we're missing a lot of guys. 𝗙𝗢𝗅𝗙𝗪, Lon's been out for a long time. Not a long time, but been out for a while. And who else is out today? Rui. I said Rui. Somebody else was out, no?
𝗙𝗢𝗅𝗙𝗪.
That's how I mentioned everybody. Yeah, but we have some guys out, and when Brad's out, obviously leaves a huge, empty spot. So yeah, I think we know that we have to, play our A game to win these tough games.
Yo te voy a hacer en español. ¿Spanish?
Did you see anything with the defensive rebounding and their second chance points?
I think, like when we were in the zone, and that's, I think most of the rebounds they got on offense was when we were in the zone and we were mismatched and we kind of don't have a man and to box out. And Adebayo was down there in the paint and made did some damage, but second half was better. This one stings too because we're capable of winning this kind of game. We're not, so. Yes, not happy, but that's how it is.
Thank you.
Not happy. So it might be harder to kind of put the thoughts together.
Yes.
What's the trend in these ones where you are capable of winning and not quite closing? Do you see something in common?
Oh, the ones that we lose?
Mm-hmm.
The trend.
Or is it something different every time?
No, I think it's just each game's different. Like, it's hard to play against them. We played against them when they had not nobody, but they didn't have any guys, and they almost still beat us with that weird zone, uncomfortable free throw line shots that they're giving us. And tonight the same thing. Most of the game I felt like they were playing in zone, and we did a bit better job, but still, it's an uncomfortable thing to play against. You know, it's just, but I think Will did a great job. Deni played really good. His one rebound shot at the triple-double. So I think the guys that came in gave us a spark. Tosh came in, hit a couple of good shots. And so guys that came in gave us something and kind of brought us back in the game. And we just not good enough.
We just didn't come out with the master physicality. I was pretty city. Just credit to everybody who's having resilience and fighting back. But we got to do that. We got to sustain that longer than just 24 minutes.
You knew that Kyle and Tyler can come out and threes like that. What do you guys have to do your own defense to hit them, or how do you try to do that?
I mean, a lot of them, they made some tough shots. Some of them, we just probably, weren't there. Probably did a better job. But, you saw down the stretch, fourth quarter, and the third, we did what we had to do to get back in the game, but we have to just flip it and then now do it in the first and second quarter.
What was the difference in the third?
Just our energy and our physicality. I think if you look at the 2 games that we played the Heat so far this year, it's really been the same story. We won one, but if you look at it, both first halves, we were down 15, 16 points, not playing to our levels. And it really allowed them to get confidence, to get early, and just to play with a lead for the entire game. And it's a recipe for disaster. So.
How does the team's approach change in terms of energy when Brad does not play?
It's always like a next man up mentality, and guys can do a lot of things, right? When you look at a guy like Deni, Brad's not playing. He's a little bit more heightened. He has more opportunity to do more things, get in the paint, pass, so on and so forth. And everybody kind of just gets to. I don't know about if there's a mentality or not, because the only mentality we can really have is just having that next man up mentality, because he's going to be out. KP may be out, maybe out. Everybody can't play all 82 games. And it's all up to us to come in and step up if we need to. When our brothers out, down and out. So.
How do you regroup to play the same team 2 games in a row?
Oh, we just got to watch the film and just figure out what we need to do. And I mean, it's not even really too much to really do outside of just play hard. If we can play hard and we can master physicality from the jump, we're going to give our chance to be in a slugfest. Look forward to Friday. Look forward to it.
Deni, what did you think was the most important, some of the factors that helped Miami win this game?
I think it was more on us than on Miami. I feel like our level of effort in the first half wasn't as good. I think we picked it up in the second half. I think the offensive rebound was big for them. And, as I saw that we turned up in the second half, we can then compete, and we could have even won the game. We just had to do it earlier. That's about it.
Deni, how do you regroup to play the same team 2 games in a row and 3 out of your last 4?
How do I what?
How do you regroup for Friday? 2 games in a row and 3 out of your last 4 against the same opponent?
Just staying focused, staying humble, correct the stuff that we didn't do good this game. Obviously watch film and really practice on the stuff we weren't good on. And as I said, man, the NBA is quick, so we got a chance to fix it. We got a chance to come back and compete better and do everything better next game.
How does the team's approach in terms of energy change when Brad isn't playing?
Brad is an important guy for us. We're definitely missing him, but I feel like that's when everybody needs to pick up the energy a little bit more, and then next man up, because today he wasn't available, so the roles changed a little bit, but I think we should have energy for every game. I think that's our job, and that's what we like to do.
1 assist away, or I believe you had a career high in assists tonight. Do you feel like you were seeing the floor differently?
I was just I think in the beginning of second half, I was telling the guys, let me be in the middle, let me facilitate, let me pass to you guys, because I felt like I was doing a great job in the middle and being patient and really looking out for guys. I thought I can be more aggressive, I think, in the last minutes, but it is what it is. I'm learning from it. And just, you know, now when I look back, I wish I had another rebound to add to have a triple-double, but, you know, it doesn't matter right now. I mean, we just wanted to win, for sure.